88 Mississippi. Whew. 89 Mississippi, and we're almost there. 90 Miss... I look really good then for a second. Welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. Always got to shut that door behind you. Coming up on the show today, as if star Emily Corrie's here, going to be talking conspiracy theories with me about what's going on in the house. Also, if you need tips on how to survive in confined spaces, Adrian, Anne and the dog Jasmine are here with their amazing caravan to reveal all. Plus, the superfans have landed. Today is the first ever Superfan Sunday. And here they are, and they are in good spirits. We're kicking off with them in mind. We're kicking off, as we always do, with Little Brother's Big News. The bedsit takes its first victory over the housemates when the milkman discovered his cold water treatment extended to the bath. Take a look at this.
Look at this! You guys are jokers, you guys are jokers, man. I'm having a bath. These guys are maniacs, I'm telling you, man.
And Whitney's superfan, who is in fact Victor's fiancée, even though he doesn't know it yet, is over there, and she is not happy about that already. Oh dear, she wants to kick off. At 12:10 today, Emma and Michelle quite literally turned on the waterworks and stopped the housemates sunbathing.
It'd be great just to get like a 2-week run of this weather, wouldn't it?
You just stop laughing, Vic.
Yeah, you were all laughing at me, innit? It was funny when it was me, innit?
And finally, this afternoon, there was another argument when, surprise, surprise, Marco asked Ahmed why he doesn't like him.
Ahmed, why do you dislike him so much?
You started with me. You have been manipulative with me from day 2 or day 3, and that all started. But then the thing of last night, I'm straight honest. I can't be false, you know.
Well, don't be then.
But then I cannot comfort. Don't expect from me.
Cool. Don't
Okay, I just walk away. You got enough friends here. You don't need me.
And that was Little Brother's Big News. On Friday night, Michelle and Emma were evicted not from the house into the Big Brother bedsit. They're having fun and shenanigans already, but it naturally leads us to today's cool BBUK, which is, out of all of the housemates, who would you least like to be stuck in a bedsit with, and why? Here's how to get in touch. Who would I hate to be locked up with? Oh, let me have a think. No, I can't think of anyone, but enough of all that. It's superfluous because it's Sunday, and that means the superfans are here, and that can only mean one thing. It's Superfan Sunday. You've got your arm up in the air. Thank you, Claire. Trouble already. Interesting. Get rid of her. OK, 2 weeks ago, we asked you to get in touch if you were not that much, but beaucoup of a fan of one of this year's housemates. We were looking for one ultimate fan for each of our housemates, the super fan who would come here every single week and fight tooth and nail for their cause. Angry people. People that got problems. People with a purpose. People that have no social life. They are here. Thousands of you applied. Actually, 750 of you applied. We invited you to a shortlist of 33 to an audition. 11 were the chosen ones. Here's how that choice was made. Of the thousands that applied to represent their favourite housemate, Little Brother producers whittled it right down to 33 people. 3 for each remaining housemate, and they were chosen to take part in the Superfan auditions. The first stage consisted of each person having 30 seconds to persuade the bosses on why they have the divine right of representing their favourite housemate throughout the series.
I want to be a super fan because I feel that Big Brother is quite a large part of my life.
I will devote my entire summer to being Jason's superfan.
I should be Stuart Wilson's superfan because I know what it's like to be an intelligent person surrounded by idiots.
I'm probably the male equivalent of Emma.
I love a good romance, and the Michelle and Stuart thing's got everyone talking.
Marco's fantastic, so camp and so gay.
And then I arrived to split the groups into 3 tables, each with 1 fan for each housemate. Each group was given possible scenarios to discuss.
Stuart didn't have much of a choice in kissing her, she kind of bounced on her a little bit. So I don't think there's going to be any major partakes. It's not really anyone's business, it doesn't really matter.
Emma puts herself into a position where she knows herself too well.
From that, our best 11 were chosen. And all that was left was for the winners to comfort the losers and then prepare for their new double lives as superfans. And here they are, the final mob. And I've written a little song for them, which we've been rehearsing, and it goes something like this. There is power in a superfan. Hey! I think I deserve a round of applause for the superfans. Ah, right, we're going to do this like Hill Street Blues. I'm going to start with a roll call. You're going to say here, and then going to ask you a question, all right? Yeah. So the fantastic discerning public at home can get to know you all. Everyone happy with that?
Yes.
Excellent stuff. Glenn!
Here.
Brilliant. The big question is, does Stu really fancy Michelle? You're Stuart's superfan.
I am indeed, Dermot. I think he does, to a degree. I think it's such an interesting environment in there. Everything's heightened, so I think, yes, he does, but maybe not as much as he would in the real world.
Do you think she's slightly more warm for his form than the other way around?
Oh, yes. Do you see that? Him lying in bed like that, looking like a rabbit in the headlights.
Well, next up is Dave.
That's me.
Shell's superfan. Is she really nice as she makes out?
She's even nicer than she makes out.
Even nicer?
Even nicer than she makes
Why? What is it about it you love?
Oh,
apart from the tutu and the leg warmers.
That's the that's all of.
Okay, good. We've got Claire, Michelle's superfan.
Yeah.
Now then, is she a little bit jealous at the moment with what's going on?
Well, she's a little bit insecure anyway, and yeah, I think she's finding Shell's antics a little bit annoying.
All right, no need to look at him like that. He's not Shell.
He's representing Shell. It's bad enough. It's bad enough.
OK, cool. Now, I have to point out, you two are in a bed sit at the moment, obviously, because Emma and Michelle are in a bed sit. So if you are ever naughty, then I can quite easily just pull back these net curtains.
We haven't been naughty yet.
You haven't been naughty yet, that's true. So,
behave ourselves.
Running the ice. OK, who we got next? We've got Louise, Marco's superfan.
Hey.
That wasn't a big hand.
Hey!
That's more like it. And Wayne, Nadia's superfan.
Hey!
I'll ask you two together. I mean, they're part of the Marco's harem, the lip gloss gang. They've got 2 of their big allies, their big friends, are in exile over there in the bedsit, as you can see. Played very brilliantly by these 2. How will they cope?
Nadia will cope very well, I think. She's a strong personality. She doesn't offend anyone at all, really. And at the end of the day, Dermot, there's more to Nadia than lip gloss.
Yes, indeed. And how? And how about Marco? How's he going to cope?
I think Marco's been really open and honest with everyone in the house, and I think that's quite a strong attribute, and it is very much appreciated in there. I think his personality shines. It's more shinier than any lip gloss on the earth.
Oh, big fan. OK, next we've got Tony.
Yep.
Excellent. That's Emma's superfan. You're obviously in the bed sit there. What is it about this girl? She's infectious, isn't she?
She's great. She's lively, she's endearing, they all love her, she's in for a good time, she's got no hidden agendas. What you see is what you get.
She does walk in people when they're on the toilet.
She's just a little bit forgetful, that's all.
Amazingly forgetful.
Amazingly.
She's dyslexic as well, she can't read the signs.
I mean, if you read the sign, she's seen her reading the signs.
Dyslexia has nothing to do with whether someone's in the toilet or
well, no, but they've got this thing, please knock. So obviously, she's walking up there not acknowledging that
she's
that's
dyslexic,
there.
she can read.
I mean, you know, to defend her, she had that huge argument with Victor. So why go through that? Why be shouted at and then within 10 minutes walking on Vanessa? She's just very forgetful, and when a girl's got to go, Dermot, a girl's got to go.
OK, next up, Whitney, Victor's superfan.
Hi there.
How do you think he's going to cope with these, your fiancé? How do you think he's going to cope with these cold showers?
He's not liking it at all, but I think if he finds out that Emma's got anything to do with it,
He'll actually hit her?
No.
Thank goodness for that. OK, Pamela, Jason's superfan.
Hey.
Why does he shave his chest?
I think anything that he does to his chest is fantastic physique.
Yeah.
Is fine by me.
Excellent stuff, Pamela. Yvonne, Armin's
Yes.
superfan.
Here.
Could the Armania change the house's opinion of him?
I think Armenia's just about to kick off and the Jungle Cats feel really intimidated by him.
OK, fantastic. Big fan of that. OK, Sue, Daniel's superfan.
I'm here.
Is Daniel in love with Jason or just the chocolate spread?
Now, but Dan's an enigma, you see. We don't really know, do we?
Absolutely.
The one thing he isn't going to do is compete with Vanessa.
And finally, he's not going to what?
Oh, he's not going to compete.
Do you not think?
Compete with Vanessa.
Do you not
No,
think?
I don't think so, no.
Interesting.
He's taking a back seat. He's
Lastly, Liz, Vanessa's superfan.
Here.
Does she genuinely fancy Jason or not?
Yeah, I think she does, but she doesn't want to lose the Ice Maiden at the moment. She's playing it cool.
She wants that image.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our superfans for the time being. After the break, we'll be getting tips from Michelle and Emma on how to survive in a confined space. And Emily Corrie, otherwise known as Suze from As If, will be talking conspiracy theories with me. Or will she? Hey, welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. Still to come, Adrian Ann and Jasmine, their dog, will be revealing their amazing caravan and giving us tips as to how to live in a close proximity to someone else. But first, it's time to talk to Suze about Big Brother news. In other words, please welcome As If's Emily Corrie.
Hello. A little one down here.
Evil Big Brother. What are your thoughts so far?
It's very evil.
It is very evil, which makes it far more watchable, surely.
It does.
You like it?
I do like it. I find the characters being more unlikable. As you say, it makes much better entertainment.
Now, I have to warn you, you want to watch out because the superfans are over there. And the more you talk about not liking the characters, but watching the characters, they'll get quite restless. Dave especially, look at him, he looks angry.
Oh, I'm all right. I like Shell.
Oh, you like
I like Shell.
Like Shell, OK. Favourite housemate? Shell?
Actually, it was Stu at the beginning, but then I kind of lost a bit of respect when he chose to do the things he did with
Should we
the
say
people.
cohabit?
Yes, we could say cohabit.
Why? What is it? Why? Isn't he allowed to find love?
No, of course he is. I just find Michelle very shallow.
Well, I was about to ask Michelle sexy or scary, but I didn't expect shallow to be the answer.
Sexy or scary? It's a good question. I'd say a bit of both, actually.
What is it about it you don't like?
Well, I was going to say she's always aware of the camera being on her, but that's not very fair to say, because I'm sure they all are. You would be in a situation like that.
Sure.
But, yeah, I just, I don't see much substance to her yet. You
haven't clicked with her?
No.
Kind of view
But I'm trying to get... I'll give her my time.
OK, cool.
I won't make too many decisions now.
OK, well, you've talked about, very briefly about Michelle and Stu. Let's have a look at how the lovers reacted when they were torn apart.
Let's.
Yeah, because I thought she was the same. You're the chosen ones, OK? You're going to go and be waiting for someone else.
Oh. You better cry. You better cry. Chicken! Oh, he's got a tear. Stu's got a tear for me.
I'm just up for chilling and get some cake and just max out. Yeah. Rest of the evening.
I think two things there. Firstly, less of a tear, more of an eye itch.
More worried about his cake.
Yeah, and secondly, I love that. The girls are literally just go, oh, it's a classic difference between girls and boys. Girls are like, oh, look at him, he really misses me. And he's going, I think I might have some cake. Now, just in case they do get together and they turn it around, we've mocked up what they will look like if they have a love child. Firstly, I think we've got the girl who looks... There we go. Can we take a look at that? There we go. That's slightly like a mysterious fortune teller.
Yeah.
As you can see there. And then, but if they have a boy...
Oh, my
then
God.
Like which I think is the basis from Linkin Park. I'm not entirely sure if they'll be in one of those new metal bands.
Yeah.
The housemates are getting suspicious, however, aren't they?
Seems so.
Yes, indeed. They were getting very suspicious last night's event, so taken to inventing several elaborate conspiracy theories. Give us your take on this.
I think there's another place with a few of the people in there already.
I think there's another place with other people where one of those people will be coming in because there was 2 numbers given, and I think perhaps people in the other place have had to nominate.
What was the bed set?
Somewhere where other contestants are staying and maybe they watch them.
Well, I distinctly heard us say to be voted into the bed set. Oh my God, we don't know that while we were away from the country, that they were already voting people into a separate part of the house.
That's maybe why we're away for 2 weeks.
There was a rumour going around that basically certain people, if they get voted out, they basically get the chance to go and watch all the footage and what's been said about them, and then cast their nomination for the week, and then
No,
go
I read
home.
that as well.
Yeah, and then go home.
I think Emma and Michelle have been evicted, personally.
Yeah, I think so as well. Because once they've left them doors, they're not coming back.
I mean, the interesting thing there is they started off. I mean, there was a mistake, obviously, and they heard that there was a bedsit,
Yeah.
but they heard it clear as day, and I think they were so freaked out.
But they thought it was they would.
Sort of maybe a double bluff. Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
I mean, how would you cope when you're in there? Would there be that much paranoia? Would you stay sane?
No, I'm sure. I don't know how. I don't know why they chose to try, really.
Yeah. We do give them a very hard time. I mean, they are great sports when it comes down to
absolutely.
it.
And incisive to have picked up on that and to read so much into it.
Yeah, but that's the funniest thing is, though, that now they talk so much, and now they've talked themselves all the way round, and now they do think they've been evicted. If you were in there, would you go along with the whole Big Brother's game plan, or would you, would you buck it against it, or would
I
you
wouldn't
try
do a kitten.
You wouldn't do a kitten?
I wouldn't do a kitten, no. I don't know, I'd like to think that I'd try and stay in the background and just let it unfold and then react.
So if there's one person in there that you can maybe relate to in that respect, who would it be?
Stuart, because I think that's exactly how he's playing it.
Glenn's looking very happy. Glenn's got the headband on. He's looking very happy. He's a cross between Stuart and maybe Pat Cash.
Pat Cash or Slash, one of the two.
Wimbledon winning year. OK, so what are you predicting to happen when the girls go back in?
Oh, a big mess.
Carnage.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I'm not quite sure what will happen, but I'll be there to watch.
What do you think Emma's going to do to Victor? Do you think it'll be... I reckon there'll be a lot of nastiness going on there.
I don't know if she's got the balls to...
Oh, she has?
Well, yeah, but so has he.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I don't think he's got that... He won't let his rep go down. He's got to uphold that. And he's not going to let a little bird like Emma step in the way.
And what are you hoping for now? What's the next Big Brother twist you'd love?
I wouldn't like to say. I'm just...
You're just sitting back and enjoying the ride.
Absolutely.
More you like this whole evil thing? More evil?
Yes, makes much better television.
Good. Emily, you're doing a great favour for us today, and you're spotting for us. There's a selection of cupcakes over there for you.
They'll be gone.
There's a headphone, some coffee or tea. I don't know what's in that mug. So if you will go over there for us and just update us as to what's going on later on the show. Appreciate it. It's Emily, everybody. There you go. OK, for those of you that missed it, Friday night was no normal eviction. There was a reminder, or here's a reminder rather, of how evil Big Brother messed with their minds.
On the other side of this door, the housemates are all getting ready for tonight's eviction. But what they don't know is that not one, but two people will be leaving. But what they also don't know is that this door leads to a corridor, which leads to Big Brother's bedsit.
Big Brother house, this is Davina. And I can now reveal that the two housemates to be evicted from the Big Brother house tonight are Emma and Michelle. Emma and Michelle, you have 1 minute to say your goodbyes.
Michelle, you have been evicted.
Housemates, you have entered a secret Big Brother room bedsit. You are now working for Big Brother. Wow.
Right, give it to me.
The other housemates are unaware that you are living next door. If they find out, you will face eviction, OK? The Big Brother bedsit contains a plasma screen and 2 sets of headphones which allow you to watch and listen. The other housemates, turn it out of there! Oh, my God! Oh, my God! Get your boots in! Oh, my God! Turn it up. I need this.
All right, living with someone can obviously be difficult, especially in a small space. So for the benefit of Emma and Michelle, who are in the bedsit, the caravan experts Adrian, Anne and the dog Jasmine are here to give us some tips. Oh, look, there's some water there. That's where Jasmine has a little bit of water. Look, lovely. Hello!
Hello, Dermot.
Hello, Adrian, how are you?
All
Hello,
right,
Jasmine.
Come in.
Hello, Anne, how are you?
How are you?
Excellent, not bad at all.
Just come on.
Let's move.
Jasmine,
Yeah.
Sit down.
I don't want to sit in Jasmine's seat, am I right?
No.
Now, this is a confined space, so you two are experts to tell us how to do it. What's the first rule of living in a confined space, guys?
Be tidy.
Tidy?
Clean up after everything you do.
Which you obviously do. I know you've been here all day helping us out and so forth. But is this caravan always as tidy as this?
We have a television when we go away, which is a bit
over there.
Yeah,
that's going to be Okay.
So that gets a bit.
And do you both do the cleaning duty?
Oh, yes.
Well, you said that immediately, didn't you? Okay.
Well, I like cooking as well, so
right.
Yeah,
do you cook in here, or quite often do you?
Oh yes, we cook in here. Me barbecue.
Yeah, I was going to say because the cooking in here must make it quite tough sometimes. Yeah.
Well, not really, because it's a full-size cooker, and we've cooked meal for 6 at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the bedsit is not very tidy that the girls are in. I think we've got a shot of it. Can we have a look? Yeah, that's where the girls are at. Now it looks.
Oh dear.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Yes. All the clothes everywhere. You see.
Not good, is it?
No,
And they've only been there a day, have they?
Yes. I mean, they're not the tidiest girls in the world. It has to be said. But okay. Now, how important is it to get on with the other person? The girls know each other relatively well. They've been together for a couple of weeks, but you two are married, so that must help.
Yes. I think it's very important because, as you say, it's a confined space, and if perhaps one person gets on the other's nerves with a habit or something, it'll grow, especially if they're like
the girls in the house.
Absolutely. No, I think it's important.
How do you two, if you do have an argument, which you've never had?
We have never had an argument.
Ever?
No.
When you're caravanning?
Not in the caravan.
No.
So caravan is quite therapeutic.
Oh, very.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a beautiful game.
Yes.
As you can see far more of the countryside from a base. You can move your base.
Exactly. This is the problem with the girls, because there's no natural light in there. There's no windows. So I mean, let's just say, for the sake of argument, we were in the city centre. I mean, how would you cope with that?
I've never lived in a town.
No?
No.
Okay, well, shouldn't ask you about that one. Okay, Michelle and Emma have entered the bedsit, so they haven't had any arguments as yet because I've only just in there. In fact, they're making some compromises. Take a look at this.
I didn't actually pack my toothbrush. Oh, it's in there.
I've got mine, don't worry. If you want to use mine, I'm not bothered anyway. It's all right, I'm clean.
All right, okay.
Sharing a toothbrush, is that the sort of thing that we're going in the caravan?
We have done that, yes.
I've had to, on occasion.
But you would feel no problem, say, going
no.
to the next caravan and borrowing milk, or there's a good
Caravanners are very friendly people.
Yeah, well, I'm getting that.
Yeah.
Proper caravanners on the site, you can go and chat. I'm accused of gossiping too much all the time.
Oh,
I don't think so.
No, you don't believe that. I know.
Gone for hours, things.
Okay, let's move on. How important is personal hygiene when you're caravanning?
Again, I think it's exceptionally important.
Vital, I'd say.
Yes. I mean, if you perhaps have BO or something in a small space, it grows, doesn't it?
That's not good at all.
No.
Well, obviously, you have to be considerate. Take a look at this. Sorry. Well, okay, you've got to tell me that story again, or just that little anecdote again, because the viewers were just watching the clip there.
Oh,
now,
right.
They can't go out, yeah, and there's a lot of rich food, shall we say, being made in that bedsit.
Well, because they can't go out, that's a problem. I mean, if I wanted to do that, I can go out.
Got a bathroom?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have a separate.
What would Anne say if you didn't? You wouldn't be very happy, I imagine.
No, I would not.
I would be excommunicated or something.
And what about Jasmine? I mean, dogs always have that rich diet. Do you make sure they're...
She never does that.
Fine.
She never trumps?
No, she's a good girl.
No.
Lovely, good girl.
She's always had the dry food all her life.
I see. Lovely. Okay, so in conclusion, can you give us a couple of main rules that Emma and Michelle should be living by in order to survive in this bedsit?
Well, I think they've got to be tolerant of each other, obviously. They've got to be very tidy, which they don't look as though they are.
No.
And they've got to be clean. personally and washing up and
Yes.
whatever they do, because I presume they're cooking for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank
So
you
I think
very
that's
much for your insight. Appreciate
Okay.
your time.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, after the break, Hannah Perry, news editor, not editor yet, of Heat magazine, will be talking through this weekend's stories. We'll see you in a minute. Wag and roll. Still to come, we get this look at this weekend's headlines. But first, a quick recap of today's news. The milkman received a bulk delivery of cold showers this morning, which spelled victory for the bedsit babes. At 12:10, Michelle and Emma's waterworks stopped the housemates getting a suntan. And Marco and Emma revealed their true feelings for each other during a bathing session earlier on today. Let's look at those papers now. There's always loads and loads of stories, especially this year, since the show's doing so well. The lady we're getting to look at those papers is none other than Hannah Perry, everybody, Heat magazine's news editor. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, how are you?
Sorry, that was quite an aggressive kiss.
It was.
I do apologise. OK, you're just going to talk us through the headlines, give us your take on them, all right? So first up, what have we got? We've got the Daily Star. The Daily Star. The first one is Squeal Be Back, which is Michelle and Em's chance of revenge. But then as we open it up, it's quite simply, the bitch fest begins. OK, Emma, she seems to be struggling in there. Do you think she'll snap when she gets out?
I think so, definitely. I think Emma and Michelle are both going to struggle when they get back in there. They're going to hear things they don't want to hear. Michelle, being the bunny boiler that she is, doesn't really.
She's in love. I guess I'm just going to hear that like quite often from you over the next couple of weeks. Sorry. Do you think? So. I mean, what do you think's going to happen there? Do you think Emma will confront Victor or whoever else makes any comments about her?
Yeah, I don't think she'll be able to help herself.
No.
I mean, she'll just come back. She'll just come out with everything when she gets back in there, and it will just be complete carnage. It'll be a nightmare.
It's going to make great viewing, right?
It will make great.
But if you watch tonight's show on Channel 4, what time's that on? On at 10 o'clock. She's almost apoplectic when she hears Victor talking about her. So she tries to actually get out and ends up going into the diary room. And bless her, crying. OK, next one up, The Sun. OK, let's take a look at this. This is Dominic Mowens, who now is getting on board. Emma shall pack your baps. This is probably in relation to Emma, who literally fell out about 5 or 6 times.
She did, yes.
Yeah.
They do like to get them out.
The tabloids are giving us... I mean, you used to work for News of the World.
I did.
You must have sort of picked it up this year. The tabloids really are very much behind it this year, aren't
Definitely. Everyone's getting behind it. I mean, it's making great viewing, and these guys know what we want to watch, I think, this time round.
Cool. OK, is that just the nudity, do you think? I mean,
Yeah,
they do love the nudity.
yeah, they do seem to like stripping off and having mud fights.
OK, next up we've got, this is The Mirror. Let's have a look here. The storyline here is... once again, along the line of Baps, bedsit and Baps out, as you can see, Emma's boobs and fake condition excitement. As you can see here, we've used Kitten's star chart, so I don't know if that picture's naughty, that one's bad, and that one's very good. I imagine the papers would try to get a bit of girl on girl, if you put it that way. I mean, they'd like that, wouldn't they? But that's not going to happen, surely.
Well, I think it might, actually.
Seriously?
I think it might.
Between the two girls, because they
vying
like
for
each other?
attention, they're
Because they like each
massively-
other, or because they want the attention?
Because they want the attention. I think that's what it's all about, this one.
OK, next one up, the Sunday Mirror, which reflects there on the front going to battle. Mitch Hell, jealous Big Brother babe in fury after Stu snubs her. Stu seems to be getting on very well with Shell. Michelle's not too happy about it.
No, she's going mad, and she'll absolutely hate it. And when she comes back, it will just be a complete mess in there, because Stuart just seems to really... Well, he just wants attention, doesn't he? And he loves the women.
How do you think Stuart will feel when she comes back?
I think he's already said that she's not his and he's not actually her boyfriend, so I think he just thinks she's a free agent. He's having a bit of fun, he's a young lad.
I think Stuart's way of saying that, though, was, I'd quite like to have some cake.
And eat it.
And eat it. What do you reckon? Do you think Stewie's going to go for it?
Young boy with 4 A-levels.
He has
making lots of new friends, Dave.
He has got 4 A-levels, Glenn. I ask you no questions, you tell me no lies, Glenn, already. I like our relationship.
That's how we work.
And lastly, what do we have here? It's The People. Jennifer Allison on the front there. Big Sister's Revenge. Trench warfare as Michelle and Emma give Vic the cold shower. Once again, I mean, we've got to go back to that whole that whole story there that, you know, when the girls go back in, it is really going to clash, isn't it?
They're going to get their revenge. I mean, they're going to get their revenge while they're in the bed sit. I mean, Victor is just not really a nice person, I don't think.
You don't think?
No.
What do you think of the dilemmas that the Big Brother's given them? You know, you've got to pick someone to have the cold shower. You're going to, you know.
I think it's great. I think it's great fun. It makes for great viewing, and B, it's get your own back time, isn't it?
OK, so your favourite story of this weekend, what's it been?
Squeal be back, definitely.
Yeah?
Definitely.
OK. Yeah, I mean, but all in all, we think this is, all in all, it's good headlines, a strong story.
Definitely. Everyone's behind it. Everyone's loving Big Brother.
Okay.
Everyone's out there watching it.
Thank you. It's a very positive message, and you're very yellow today, which we love.
I'm very yellow.
Thank you very much. We're going to resolve the spotting item now. Let's go over and see what on earth Emily's been seeing. Emily, you've not really had... Well, you've made a fair impact. You've had 2.5 of those cupcakes.
2.5, I'm getting there.
Which is good stuff. Super fans, have a cupcake.
I offered.
What's been going on?
OK, well, in the house we got Shell holding fort over the dinner. And Stuart seems to be hot on her toes, actually. Asking if he can stick some garlic in, get an onion involved, and seems hot to impress.
Do you think, yeah? So you think Shell's Stuart almost on the...
Seems like it.
Really?
Yeah, seems like it. He keeps telling her that she's a fantastic cook, aren't you?
What are they having there? Any oysters or asparagus?
Salmon fillets.
Salmon fillets, interesting.
Marination is very...
In a nice, potentially oyster...
Olive oil,
Oh.
parsley,
That
lemon.
sounds...
Yeah, lovely.
That sounds like it would get me very hot under the collar.
And then in the garden, earlier on, we had Jason and Dan. There's a singing theme going on. Everyone's singing, so spirits high.
Because they all want record contracts. Did Jason have his clothes on?
He did, but, well...
Jason
no,
had clothes on,
No,
so?
no, no. He had his shorts on. He wasn't, you know, indisposed.
There we go. So a little bit of dinner.
He was holding a pose. He was holding a pose. Whether it's for Vanessa or Dan, that's the question.
Yeah. I wonder what that red onion tells us there. Interesting, isn't it? She's just stripping that onion, very much like her. A lot of layers. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. OK, after the break, the super fans, they're going to be hanging about while I talk about last night's task. We'll see you in 2. Hey, still to come, we're going to have Cool BBUK. But first, very excited, because once again, I'm hanging with the super fans. There is power in the super fans. Hey! Right arm.
Right arm.
Curse this item again and again. Right, we're going to review last night's task. Before we do that, I have to do one thing. Would you hold that for me?
I will indeed,
Thanks,
sir.
You two are... Yep. Sorry, but you're in the bed sit, so you weren't part of last night's task. So you have to hide behind there, like you're full of Eastern promise. Lovely. OK, last night... Don't say anything. Last night's task began with Big Brother asking the housemates to divide themselves into 2 groups, the strong and the weak. The strong then had to take part in the physical challenge, the aim of which Big Brother told them was to accumulate time. Let's take a look at this.
The first part of tonight's challenge is a human wheelbarrow race. On Big Brother's klaxon, each pair will take it in turns to race from the yellow ring to the red ring. The wheelbarrow must take up a token, carry it back to the yellow ring and deposit it there.
Just in case that...
Do it!
What does it go in?
Oh, go on, darling.
Quick time, quick time.
Go!
Go
on. Yes.
The competing housemates successfully deposited 9 tokens in the yellow ring. Each token is worth 10 seconds. Therefore, the housemates have accumulated 90 seconds, the second part of tonight's challenge.
Oh, yeah. The strong did very well there, didn't they, super fans?
Yes.
Who wants to speak on behalf of the strong? You were particularly impressed with the bandana action going on.
I mean, the bandana action, the England shorts, how patriotic for a young man of such scholar.
He is an intelligent man, I hear, though.
He is, you know, he's well educated, he makes friends, he can be a chicken to some, but to others, he can be a wildcat.
Well, how is he well educated? What does he...
He brings a bit more...
What does he have, though? He has something... 4 something?
4 A-levels.
Oh, yeah, that's
I mean,
right,
you know,
yeah. OK, good. Now, I have to say, Vanessa did very well there, Liz.
Guts, determination. She were going to do it, and she did it.
Are you angling to try and get a trip to South Africa after this? Is that your motivation?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay. And of course, Jason did phenomenally well, didn't he?
Flexing his muscles all the way. It was fantastic.
Okay, well, Big Brother then, obviously, turned evil and then preyed on the weak. Take a look at this.
Each housemate must take it in turns to hang from the bar for the length of time determined in the first part of tonight's challenge. If a housemate drops before the required time is up to £2,000, it will be deducted from the prize fund.
3, 2,
Onto the mat,
one.
onto the mat, onto the mat. Just
Go,
onto the mat.
Ouch.
Housemates are reminded that they must hang unassisted.
Behind your cross like that, behind your body.
The stinging nettles.
This is Big Brother.
20.
Marco has failed.
18, 17.
I ain't gonna make this.
Oh, don't worry.
You put your fingers together, maybe.
Oh, darling. I'm slippery. I was slippery. I wasn't there. I couldn't reach it.
Wait, Nadia is absolutely mental, isn't she?
Oh, she's off a rocker, Dermot.
Yeah.
She's not
You
right.
love her. She's your heroine.
She is indeed, yes, yeah.
Can you do her patented trademark laugh?
I could try to.
Go on. I think that's very good. Marco cheated.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Why didn't he cheat?
It was never actually in the rule book that he couldn't use his feet to hang on the bar.
Surely it's obvious.
But that's no, that's still hanging.
That's Marco, isn't it?
That's Marco.
Yeah, OK. Look at you trying to get a little applause from Marco. Yeah. That's Marco. Let's all cheer him. You know,
Yay!
She, however, did very well, didn't she?
She did indeed. Yeah.
What was it? I mean, there's just a lot
of... the sting of the bum of the nettle at the end.
A lot of guts and determination, though, there.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
For one so small. Unlike one so large. What happened?
Oh, he's a bit chubby, you know, he's got a lot of weight. It was a lot to, you know...
There was,
carry.
I mean, he's got a lot of, there's a lot of muscle there, I imagine. Is that why?
you
But he
know.
just let go like that.
But he went out in style.
He did go out and start. He just went straight in there, guys. OK, well, obviously, this has, like, proper implications, has to be said. The housemates were left, well, quite literally hanging as to whether they passed the task or not. Let's take a look.
This
The first half's been way worse.
Tonight, 4 housemates failed the challenge, using £8,000 from the total prize fund. The total prize fund now stands at £77,000. Tonight's challenge is over.
Oh, hurrah. He's a sarky little devil, isn't he?
He knows what he wants.
What does he want?
He wants to be treated fairly.
Thank you very much. OK, I wonder where you're going to go with that.
Yeah.
So, let's find out how much they've lost in the prize fund. You might remember last week they had £85,000, which is where they are now. They lost £15,000. They've now lost £8,000 after last night, so unfortunately this doesn't work in any other way than me doing a little bit of Fonzie at it. Let's have a look where the prize fund is now. Down. Excellent. It's now 77,000, so like I said, they lost 8,000 last night, which means it's pretty good for you, because it means you get to eat some chocolate.
Why, thank you.
That's all right, pass that around. Should the bed set have chocolate?
No.
Go on.
Be good.
Yeah, you have been good today. You've been a bit naughty, but you pass that around, all right? Thank you. OK. Look at you just eating the chocolate. All right, earlier Big Brother kicked off the weekly task in the house. Quite simply, they asked them to prepare an opening ceremony dance in honour of the start of Euro 2004. So let's see how they got on building their mascot outfits.
All right, listen in, dudes. Housemates, your second weekly task has a football theme. Each housemate must represent a European football team. You must choose which country you wish to represent.
I'll be Italy.
I'll be England.
I'll be Greece.
What?
I'll be Holland.
Each housemate must create an original mascot costume to wear to represent the country of their choice.
Whoa, nice toss. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, it's all about grabbing a head quick, isn't it?
That is so
Cool,
cool.
man.
I want to be a cow.
Yeah.
A cow.
I want to be a rabbit, actually.
Why do we have to be animals? Yay, I'm a yellow lion. Swedish lion. I'm a black. Oh, no, what a cool dude.
OK, and we can exclusively reveal, no one else knows this, they don't know this, for the next few days, whenever the housemates hear their own country that they've adopted, they must run to the garden where there's a centre circle, face each other, listen to live commentary of the football match. If their country scores, they must perform a victory dance in the face of the other. In just a second, Cool BBUK, but first let's have a quick recap of today's news. First up, Victor was not too happy about having a cold shower there, that the girls set him in the bedsit. The girls then did a double whammy and got everyone soaked with some sprinklers. And lastly, Marco and Ahmed had another heart-to-heart, which involved Marco saying, yeah, whatever. OK, today's Cool BBLB, quite simply, is who wouldn't you like to be stuck in this whole bedsit with? We've got Hannah and Emily with us. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Let's go straight to the phones. Hello, Carly. Carly from Newcastle. Hello.
How you doing, Mark?
Hello, Carly. How are you?
Yeah, fine, you?
Excellent. Now, who wouldn't you like to be stuck in this bedsit with and why?
Well, any of, like, the Jungle cast, do you know what I mean? I mean, how immature can you get?
How mature?
Immature.
Oh, immature. Why?
Yeah. Well, all I do is talk about ourselves. I mean, Jason and Victor are so in love with ourselves. It's no wonder that Jason's so single. It's like he spends his whole time looking in the mirror and preening himself. It's like, get a grip.
You know what? I've got to throw to the super fans here. She's slagging off Jason. You can't be happy about that. She says it's vain. What do you think?
I don't think he's vain. I think he should love himself. If you don't, he's going to hate himself. You should be preening yourself all the time.
I like that. Thank you. What about you? What do you make of Jason, girls?
He is a bit in love with himself.
If there was one person in there who you wouldn't want to be stuck with, though, who would it be?
God, who to choose?
Victor.
Why Victor?
Just sexist, arrogant, rude, in love with himself.
You've got to say Michelle, surely.
No, I would say Michelle. I would be more partial to Victor than Michelle.
I have to say, Whitney was actually making the hissing sound of a cat behind you, and you would... Yeah, look at that. Woo! Don't mess with those talons as well. Thank you very much, Carly. OK, next up, Nicola from Hatfield. Hello, Nicola.
Hello, Dermot.
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Excellent. Enjoying it this year?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Brilliant. Good. I took a bit of a chance there, but I thought you'd be a fan, so... so who wouldn't you like to share the bedsit with?
I wouldn't want to be in there with Marco.
Why not?
Well, he's really nice, but he's really, really childish and he's always excitable, and you just really need some intelligent conversation after a while if you're stuck in a room with somebody all the time. You wouldn't get it.
Do you think on a one-to-one basis, Marco might relax a little bit more? Do you think it's because he has to play, because he wants to be the centre of attention, which he probably admits himself, that he has to play in front of everyone else? Do you think maybe on one-on-one he'd relax a little bit?
He might be, but to be honest, I think if he was stuck in a room, he'd be bouncing off the walls because he couldn't run around and do everything.
Well, you know, I mean, your exhibit A there would be Emma, who quite literally is bouncing off the walls. And bouncing out of the walls as well. Louise, what do you make of that?
It's all about fun, isn't it, being in there? It's not a serious thing. And I think when he's in a group, everyone influences each other. And he's just showing how we can have fun, and he's a great guy to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls, Marco, irritating or great housemate? Discuss.
Irritating.
OK.
No discussion needed.
Yeah, I have to discuss it if you don't want to.
Oh, my God, one more time.
Yeah.
OK, Neil from Portsmouth next. Hello, Neil.
Hi, Dermot.
How are you?
I'm all right, chicken. How are you?
I'm not bad. Who do you like? You're a big Michelle fan, are you?
I like her, yeah. Emma's my favourite, though.
OK, cool. Who would you want to be? Who wouldn't you want to be stuck in there, then?
Dan, definitely.
Why Dan?
Oh, arrogant.
Do you think he's arrogant?
Yeah, I mean, it's a personal thing. I hate being analysed and I hate being criticised, and I just think he's bombarding everyone with 20 questions to find out more.
Do you not think that's just him getting to know people?
Ask them on a friendly basis. They all seem friendly people in there. Why sort of like take a back view and analyse and criticise?
Dan, over-analytical, what do you reckon?
No, not at all. I think he's wanted to get to know people. It's all part of the game, isn't it? Knowing what everybody else is like.
Thanks, Sue. Loving these super fans. They've got an answer for everything, haven't you? All pre-prepared. Dan.
He's playing a good game, I think.
I agree, actually. I think he's hiding a lot less than some of the others. I think he's more open and he's being himself.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with how warm Dan is, because when he first came in there, especially that opening night, when he just you know, strode through and didn't make eye contact with anyone. He was
I think that was out of nerves more than anything.
He was great that night, though, wasn't he? He was a world beater that night. That was his. I mean, that was his moment. I mean, everyone just sat there and just went, "This guy's not going to take any messing from anyone." You know, I think he's opened up a fair bit.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to come from Dan.
I
think there's a lot to come from Dan.
Yeah. I agree.
Cool. What kind of stuff? Anything? Or do you know what we don't? Have you got any stories you want to break right now?
No, not right now.
OK, thanks a lot, Neil. He's gone. Ask this question and outside to enjoy the sunshine. Adele from Kent next. Hello, Adele.
Hello, Dermot.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
You sound quite muffled. Are you calling from under the stairs?
No, it's just a cordless phone.
OK, so I thought it was like an illegal call. You haven't talked to Dan about it.
No.
OK, go for it.
It's got to be Victor.
OK, why Victor?
I mean, the ladies have said that he's so arrogant. He loves himself so much. He thinks he's a ladies' man. But if he was down here with us, he wouldn't get 2 seconds with his chat line. We would see through him straight away.
OK, thank you. Whitney, we're getting a lot of this today.
I'd love to be stuck in a bedsit with Victor.
OK, but how would you put up with this? You know, a lot of girls are saying he's sexist. From a woman's point of view, is he sexist? And how would you put up with him if you had one-on-one with him?
He's not sexist. I just think that it takes a lot of women. I'd be able to tame him, you know.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Adele.
Thank
Last
you.
up,
Bye.
Michaela from South Wales. Very, very briefly, Michaela, what is it?
Hi, I would like to be in there with Marco.
Why?
It's just his voice that really just goes through me.
OK, thank you. Would that seal impression on you there, Louise?
No, I love it.
You love the old... Didn't ask you to do it. OK, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. Lovely. Thank you very much to the fans. Thanks to you two for coming in as well. On tomorrow's show, we talk to a genuine football mascot as Fever Pitch reaches, well, Fever Pitch on BBLB. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.